That's my boy! Wimp.
I don't know why, but something is wrong.
Rule Britannia!
The TV is crazy and the truth has gone. I might be crazy, but I think we're done. There are people out there who are adverse to fun.
Communism is king.
It's on your news. Even your neighbor has been here. You can see it on YouTube. It's time to shine a light on all the things they don't want you. Tom Generation Next. Oh, it's what's coming next. Tom Generation Next.
Commander Worf, don't be a cunt.
I'm having such a good time.
Kill everyone on the bridge.
Having a ball.
Fuck you, Mr. Rascal.
My name is Owen Jones, a renowned drama queen, pseudo-intellectual and champagne socialist.
That's for people.
What can I do? People know the truth.
Shut the fuck up.
What's true? That's why we gotta shine a light. Shine a light. Shine a light. We gotta shine a light. Oh, yeah. Together forever. Yeah. Tom Generation Next. Oh, it's what's coming next. Tom Generation Next. Yeah. Tom Generation Next. The Unity Channel. Zero News and now. Tom Generation Next. We're gonna shine a light. Generation X.
I'm Tom Fury, this is Euro News. Excuse me if I don't look straight at the glasses, straight at the camera, because I'm going to lose my train of thought. It's one of those, I didn't really plan a live stream. What I'm doing is, I've got a little window of time when I'm walking the dog, so I just thought I would try and do something constructive with it, while I've got some things in my head. Obviously, I said in the live stream earlier on, I really, really appreciate the support that I've had. Not just in terms of the channel, but the people like Vin and people coming and subscribing, people that already did subscribe, but also to sorry, actually I knew I'd lose track. Hang on a second, just give me a sec. It's because I'm trying to hold too much in my head at once. It will come back because it's nagging. I want to get some stuff out. Okay, let me just try and streamline things a little bit. Come with me this way so that I can think. Right, ignoring my side quests, I felt really appreciative that you've been appreciative and not giving me a hard time about it. And I kind of want to return the fucking gesture, return the gesture by saying to you that by me trying to not live in an echo chamber, there's an advantage and a disadvantage. The advantage being, I'm not owned by anybody, obviously, and I can make up my own mind based on factual information rather than just listening to other people and taking their word as gospel. The disadvantage is when you pull away from other people like that, you also miss a lot of news and miss a lot of facts. So, wait, good girl, wait. So that's where you can, and a lot of creators, this happens to even without that disadvantage because of ego and other things, but a lot of creators lose touch with their audience and they lose touch with a bit of reality. So even though my plan is based on reality and getting back to it, there's still flaws in the plan because you still need the sort of feedback necessary if you're going to do it the way I'm doing it. So I try to go wherever my heart takes me when it comes to the political side of all this. When I say political side, I just mean the state of the country, yeah? And What I want to know from you guys is, because I want to take a temperature from you guys, rather than just assume us creators know it all. I follow my heart when it comes to things like the Civil War possibilities and all that kind of thing. But right now, there's so much going on, from the violence to the selling out of our country, to the fracturing on the right, so-called, to all the things that are going on at the moment. They're mounting up to a point where a lot of people I spoke to are feeling overwhelmed. So I want to make sure that I'm covering the things you want me to cover. Because, believe it or not, on some subjects, I'm capable of getting the truth. And more important, and it might be a truth that makes you feel better, or it might be a truth that just confirms you need to get resolute about the answer. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times I'm going to fail. But the good thing about me is failing is, A, I'm going to tell you that I failed rather than try and make up a clever answer. And B, everyone fails. It's the fact that you keep trying, the perseverance is how you stumble upon the truth when you do get it. And I've been realising this more and more recently as I've stumbled upon more and more truths, actual verifiable truths. So with that in mind, I'm not saying I'm the best in the business. I am saying through perseverance, sometimes I can get truth, I can get clarity, and if I can, I'll do my best. So, yeah, not so much in this live because I forgot my effing glasses and because I'm short on time. I don't even know why I did this as a live, really. So my apologies to you, but I will go back through it. But I will try and have a look in a sec. But I want you to kind of, if there's anything you feel that I'm not covering, or the movement's not covering, about our country, our fight, anything, I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what's not being covered. I want you to tell me what you think should be being covered. No holds barred. You know, I'm not going to kick you off for asking a question as broad as this and then not liking the answer. So what is it the movement gets wrong? What is it the movement doesn't do? What is it they don't cover? What is it they need to do more of, less of? I really want to know what people should cover. What I mean, not names, but I mean what types of people should cover what. But how do you see things? Because it really, like, we're all here doing what we do because of you. Whether we're starting again like me, or whether it's when we're on top, whatever. It doesn't matter where you are in that ladder. We're still only here because of you. So it makes the primary. It makes the primary you, doesn't it? Now, I don't believe that altruism exists. Everybody gets something out of something, doing something, okay? So I never put myself across to you as an altruist. We all get something out of it. Even if it's not money, there's going to be some other satisfaction you're getting, yeah? That's fine. The whole world is a trade-off. And if people don't accept that, then they're just denying their own nature. Right? Just mutually beneficial things are beneficial. That's the whole point. So, and yeah, it feels good. It feels good to help people. What's wrong with that? It feels good to get things right sometimes. These aren't negative driving forces. The fact that I'm an OCD head when channeled means that that's where the perseverance comes from. And then you've got the fact that the experience that I've talked about, I've worked and seen people far better than me in action and seen how they do things. So you put that together, I do genuinely have the ability to get to the truth sometimes. Not always, obviously, probably more often than not I can't. Because depends what the subject is, obviously. But you'd be amazed the things that I'm finding out at the moment and the things that I keep just falling over into. I say I'm falling over into them. Perhaps I'm just not giving myself credit because I don't like giving myself credit. But somehow or another, I'm ending up in the position of finding myself with information and stuff like that. And I remember this sort of happened when I started my channel up the first time. But this last time it was different. Last time it was people giving me information. I'd get a lot of emails of information in from people that would just throw like so much trust at me, and I would just get emails with information which I could have blurted it out at any time, but for some reason they trusted me. Didn't know from Adam, and they would send me this stuff as a creator that I could have weaponised, but didn't, never mention a word of it. But it was all great information I was provided with. This is a bit different. This is actual, like, proper kind of newsworthy information, but obtained through methods that make it, I don't know, difficult, because it's not me who ultimately pay the price for my betrayal of the source. So it makes it different. But even so, it doesn't matter. There's other things that don't require any of that. It just requires perseverance. It just requires someone to care. See, a lot of people get away with a lot of things that they get away with because there's just nobody caring. Or somebody assumes that somebody else will stand up. Or somebody assumes that it's bullshit. Or somebody assumes. That's the point. Somebody assumes. We're all guilty of it at times. But this is where idiots like me come in. Because I'll check to make sure there's somebody on it. And if there is somebody on it, let them be on it. But if there's not, that's where I might go, right, well, perhaps someone should be. And if I can't, if I don't have the power to do it myself, but it's something that people can see is worth doing, then I'll try and get bigger people involved. If it's something that's too big even for them, then we'll try and sell it as an idea to even bigger people. And I don't mean sell it for money, I mean present the idea properly. There's because of history, because of multiple things, there's actually channels many of us can go down now, not just me, many of us, where the top information, regardless of who likes who, who's getting on with who, and this is what people don't understand about unity in this movement. They think everybody's got to love everybody, otherwise it's all over. Just understand something. Some of the highest principled information that there is gets passed between us no matter what our state of relationship is, because it's for the greater good. So this is why it annoys me sometimes when we're constantly being dogged about this unity thing, because the unity that matters is there. It's truly there. Because that other than from a couple of people, but there's always there's always that guy, right? Always. But I'm trying to say the majority. Like, if we can, we'll inform each other of danger, help it, So it's really not, no matter, even if we're not getting on. Like, I've stood up for people who have, done me wrong. But when I've seen their free speech or something being attacked, then it's about the free speech and not the personality. So that's why I fought for them. I fought for their right to speak, even though I didn't like the person. That's the whole principle and how we all got into this. And by the way, I don't isolate myself as being something special. I know many of you are exactly the same. That's why I'm saying it, because it's something that you'll relate to. So please don't think I'm saying, hey, look, I'm special. No, I'm just one of you. And we've all got a certain way of doing things that a lot of people have forgotten. But yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes I try and protect you, not like your fucking children, because I'd never be that arrogant, but in different ways, because I see the levers and maneuvers going on in the background. And sometimes it frustrates me because I see what's going on, but at the same time, it's not my job to protect you, is it? It's my job to offer information and let you decide what you think about it. But sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the two, because you are protective of people you feel are being lied to or taken advantage of. That's just natural human nature, isn't it? I think it is. And if I feel that people, that especially when it's people that say, I remember there was one time and there's people who had been in my chat for at that point about 4 or 5 years. And I remember seeing them, in my opinion, that point, being misled down a very, very dark path. And that was really hard, just to sit back and watch. And maybe I did the wrong thing, but I said something in the end, because I cracked. And I said something. Maybe I shouldn't have done. But I felt in my heart of hearts, and I felt there was enough evidence to present that that people were being misled, and it wouldn't be the person misleading them that ends up with the punishment, it would be the people. And there was also a lot of them, and I was worried about them. But these moments actually are my only moments of infamy. And I've learned, I've learned you can't protect people. You've got to let them make their own choices, their own mistakes. Everything else, it's not my job. Every time I try and do anything like that, it backfires. It backfires in my face simply because people will find out in their own time, and they won't be told. And it's fair enough. It's a lesson I've had to learn. But that's my point. If I'm nothing else but vulnerable and honest about I'm one of the most truthful people you'll hear. Now, normally when anybody says that sentence, you should be worried, because it usually means exactly the opposite. But I've already said all my dirty laundry on YouTube. Ask anybody who knows me. Anything I had to hide, I fucking said it in the first week on YouTube. Put it all down on record, so that I was ready to face the future. And there was nothing that bad anyway. But that's the point. I future-proof myself, because honesty means a lot to me, and perhaps a bit too much. I don't know if it's perhaps I'm a bit dull too much, and I expect too much of it, and sometimes I'm a bit unfair, if I'm honest, and it's not necessarily right all the time, so I have to check myself. But it does mean that if I can get answers for you, or if I can make changes for you, I'm going to tell you that I really believe it's possible, and then I'm going to go and try and do it. If there's something that I try and I fail, I'm going to say I fucked up, or I misjudged, or I got it wrong, or I just wasn't good enough. But you're going to get the truth. But you also, hopefully, based on form, will see times when I go, I got the jewel. I got the jewel, guys. Come with me. Let's see what's inside. But the difference is, the jewel we're going for now isn't just a headline or a clip, a video. The jewel now is information. Because information is a powerful fucking tool right now. Information is everything. And so, going back to my roots a little bit, with all the tech and everything else recently, because of the information side of all this, and because of how we don't know how much longer we're going to have access to it. And I'm just I've forgotten things that I could do. And I don't mean like I'm super special, but I can do enough. My background is that I can do enough. And things haven't changed that much that I can't swim in the water. So, we need to turn it against them. There's other people like me, I know, because I've met them. And they're better than me, to be quite frank. In many areas anyway. Not all areas, but many. And they have the ability to do some of this as well. And it's time to start really with the information wars. I know, believe it or not, probably shouldn't say out of school, but it was tried once before. But a real, genuine effort wasn't put into it. No one's fault. Just, I think there was so much going on at the time. I think it was around the time of Rape of Britain. I think there was just so much going on at the time that it just, there was no real energy and time left to put everything into it. But it was a good idea because, the information that we were able to obtain in test cases and proof of concept cases was great. And like I say, the stuff that I've managed to get in recently has been getting tasty. With some of it, I haven't said it because I need to see cause effect, as in I need to see truth come about, because some things are still future. So we'll see. I need 100% hit rate with the things I'm going for, in terms of when I'm making statements, as opposed to when I'm saying I fucked up, I got it wrong, but you've got someone really passionate, and I'm going to do this whether I've got money coming or not. And right now, it's not. For the foreseeable future, it is not. And everybody knows, even if my channel grew and grew and grew, I won't stick people behind a paywall. Or stick myself behind a paywall, I should say. No matter, regardless of whether I got success or not. So it means that the same dedication is always there, regardless of what's coming in. And usually what's coming in is nothing. So, and that's just being honest with you. You know, there was a time when stuff came in and it was great because it helped with equipment and everything else. But that's not the case now. I'm self-sufficient, which is great because nobody can call me anything other than what I am, which is self-sufficient. But what you get is narratives go around sometimes. Oh, he's a coward, he doesn't go to demos as much anymore. No, he just isn't taking money from people, therefore he can't afford to. Where do you think this money comes from? Out of a fucking chicken's ass? You know, seriously. It's, so, with me, beep, 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 beep. Sorry. Yeah, so, I remember saying chicken's ass and that's completely put me off. Yeah, that's completely put me off. Because that's all I can remember. Well, anyway. So there's some very real talk that I'm having with you. But you need to call us out first and tell us what we're not doing, what we're not covering, where we could be better. Bear in mind that I'm a place of interest at least once a month. But I don't. So I don't. I do what I can. But at least I'm not got a begging bowl in my hand and nobody gets pissed off. So we're all happy, I hope. But what I can do, I will do. So again, you know, and not only that, but the information that perhaps people share with me, other people who look at my channel, other people who look at my channel, you know, the other ones that look at my channel, maybe it'll influence them as well. You know, maybe they'll influence. I'm sorry, I'm just a character, right? Maybe it'll influence them as well, and that would only be a good thing. So, because at the end of the day, no matter how we have to get the word of the people out there, it's how we do it. We use whatever methods are at our disposal. And while I'm at the size I am at the moment, we have to use backdoor methods, but it all works. So we'll do whatever. But it means being honest and raw. Not just about being angry at people or having a plan, but also being realistic about your own plan. How likely is it? How, you know? I'd say, you know, be as brutal with yourselves, I suppose, as you are with us. That's all I'd say. Because it's all a fine balance, isn't it? But yeah, absolutely. You know, please tell me. Would you do it in the comment section for me, because they're much more long-standing and easy to find, the comments. Much easier to find the comments, and then I can take them in personally. It's very useful in there for things like that, you know. And I just realised something. If you think this is a rogue way of getting you to engage me in comments and stuff, there are far more dramatic ways I could do that, which would be much more effective. So I just realised that, yeah, I'm asking you to engage with my channel, and it's, you know, some people will take that the wrong way, but trust me, can't be bothered with that kind of, yeah, my day's too full at the moment to be playing games. So, you know, every moment is precious because we just don't have the fucking time. Everybody knows one thing about me, whether they choose to admit it in public or not. I'm real. I'm more real than probably anything you've ever seen before. Faults and all, unfortunately. But at least I'm real. Real all the way through the core. And everybody knows my intention, everybody knows my heart. And they know sometimes I can be a fuck up. In as much as, you know, sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I do, you know. Sorry. But, generally speaking, I can also get results. And I can do some good things. And I'm motivated to do it again. The chip on my shoulder's gone. In its place is genuine excitement to be doing this. Resolution. fear, and multiple other things. It's alright, Sue, I got you back. I'll take its head off. It's alright. It's alright, Sue. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I got you back. It won't touch you, baby. It won't touch you. I'll kill it. Don't worry. Why do you think I'm so calm? Hey, chill. I got you, baby. I got you. Good girl. Sorry. Yeah, I'm running out of time. So I don't know if these words will bounce off, and if they do, I understand. No hard feelings. Seriously. But if they mean anything, then I genuinely wanna hear it, you know? Because, like I say, the one thing about my strategy is that just like the people who are very successful, using the strategy I'm using could make me make the same mistake as them, and that's become detached to how people actually feel. Don't get me wrong, I've had so many interactions with people recently that I know how they feel about things past, but it's a new year, worries shift, new cycle shift, and that's important not to forget the people shift too with that. And that's my concern at the moment. I don't want to get detached, especially with the side quests I got going on at the moment, and I don't want to lose the thread of how you feel, because otherwise what I'm doing is pointless. It becomes self-serving, and that's not the point of this, is it? Right, I can't be too long on it, guys. I'll have a quick look through, but I will have a proper look later on. Hey guys, hey everybody, thanks for coming on, thanks for listening to my waffle. I hope you realise, yeah, I know it probably sounds like, you know, oh, hang on, you just passed level 3 cancer, that's no easy feat, and your birthday tomorrow as well. Well, happy birthday, and here's to many, 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 many more of them, seriously. Is that Capricorn? Good to see you. I don't think YouTube really got anything to do with the actual final decision, Capricorn. What will happen is they'll let BBC on there because it's in the best interest to. That's fair enough. It's the BBC could try and attempt to use that as a way of justifying a license, but I don't see how they can. It's not their platform. They've got an option on there to open the membership, so they could make you subscribe like other people do, so they don't need a license for that. And on terrestrial television, if you watch any of the other channels, you also have to pay a license. On YouTube, if you watch any of the other channels in the UK, you do not have to pay a license. So therefore, that suggests the precedent is YouTube don't follow the same rules where this is concerned. So at the moment, yeah, I don't see why they would bow down to it. It's in YouTube's best interest here to hold their ground, money-wise. They've got no reason to bow down to the BBC for anything. BBC needs them far more than they need the BBC. Sorry, let me make this a bit brighter. I can't see a damn thing. Shit, sorry, I really can't see very well. Right, so hopefully one of the next videos I do will actually show you the YouTube allowance of the first set of date fakes I found in 2024, 2025. And they allowed through as adverts, which they played for a period of 2 months. And then the second one was this Christmas, where they were using AI to make a 30 quid teddy bear look like an AI toy, and even calling it an AI toy when it didn't have a battery or even a cable in its little fluffy. Yeah, it was disgusting, and YouTube allowed it on there, and they removed the advert before I could get a copy of this one. I got the deep fakes that they did. I caught them with that one, but whether they pulled this one early or whether I caught it at the end of the cycle, I don't know. But I was ready for it, but it didn't come back round, so I only saw it 3 times. But what I did find is exactly the same set of adverts, just re-edited on Facebook by the same company, exactly the same company. So they're doing it on Facebook as well, because I remembered the name of the company, so I tracked the fuckers down. So I've got footage of that, and the footage is almost identical to the footage they put on YouTube, except that what they put on YouTube is even more believable. So I'll show you that footage, and you will see the company, what they're selling, and what you're actually getting. It's worth knowing, because YouTube, it means either no one at YouTube looked at these adverts, or they just don't give a shit who they sell advert time to. There's no other explanation. There's no other, seriously, like, it comes down to those two things. So you make up your own mind, but yeah, we will have a look. Fine times, great to see you. Tom, problem when you were in 2010s, the BBC wanted anyone with an internet connection to have a household license. I know they did, but so? Oh, sorry. Yeah, but they failed. But they failed, Steve. They wanted anybody that had access to ITV player, anybody watching anything live on the internet, UFC, anything, to be banned unless you had a license. I don't know if some of that actually got passed through or not. I think some of it might have done. But on YouTube, they cannot charge you for watching something live on BBC iNormal Approach. They wouldn't change their approach. It suggests they can't charge for it for some reason. It says they can't for some reason. Something's blocking them, because we both know they would take the money if they could. So what's stopping them? Something is. So something about the complicated nature of all that stops them from having the monopoly there. So I don't know that we're in as much danger as we think we're in. Now here's the trick of this though. They may, just like we've seen them pull the TV detector van stuff in the past, they may try and blag people into believing that this is what they need to do by subtle suggestion, and that I wouldn't put past them. I wouldn't put past. I think one of the balanced ones I saw was Black Belt Baron did it quite well. You know, so there are some really, really balanced views on it out there, but there's also a lot of you know, hyperbole. Yeah. So, but again, it's to be honest with you, it's not the fault of the creators so much as YouTube. YouTube put a lot of pressure on the creators to put these sensational headlines in. I mean, a lot of pressure on them. So, you know, and this gets ingrained into YouTube creators, and they feel like if they don't, they're never going to get out there, and that's how YouTube can make you feel. So it's not necessarily that people are out to con you. Sometimes some of these creators are just fighting against the tide if they don't put these things in, you know. Buffering bad. Okay, we'll call it quits then. But yeah, because I don't know why this keeps happening, but it shouldn't be today. I've adjusted the bit rate, I've done everything right, so I don't know. Mind you, I'm stood right next to a pylon, I just realised. Right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to get out of here then. Just remember what I said, guys. Just remember what I said. And any feedback, please give it to me in the comment section. And like I say, I can't make super promises. I can only promise to try my hardest. But that's all anybody can promise, and if they're telling the truth, right? So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I wish you all a good day. I hope everyone's well. I know January could be a long, miserable month, but we're nearly through it, and then we'll be on our way to spring, guys. We'll be on our way to spring. I'm Tom Fury. This is Euro News. I'm calling it a day for now. Boo!